Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Sandgate Magistrates Court. Client was charged with mid-range drink driving, reading at .146. Just to put things in perspective, high range starts at .15. So with a reading of .146, he's almost high range, but that said, he's still within the mid-range bracket, albeit at the top end of the mid-range bracket. Given that he was not high range, meaning he hadn't quite hit the .15 reading, that meant he was eligible to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence. That's not the only prerequisite. The prerequisites are that your readings to be under .15 and that you haven't lost your licence in the last 5 years. There's a few other prerequisites which I won't go into now, but my client, again, was under .15, .146, and he hadn't lost his licence in the last 5 years, so he was technically eligible to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence, and that's what I was instructed to do today. Compounding the high reading, he also had a single vehicle accident, so he basically collided with a guardrail, blew a couple of tyres. So I mean, it wasn't a terrible accident, but it was an accident nonetheless. But fortunately he wasn't hurt and there was no one else involved. But again, compounding the seriousness of the matter and the difficulties in achieving a DUI drink driving work licence were, as I said, the reading .146 and the fact that he was involved in a single vehicle accident. Worst case scenario for this reading .146 is a 12-month loss of licence. You can go there with the worst lawyer in town, you're not going to get 12 months, but I do see people with this reading either going by himself or getting a lawyer that doesn't specialise, not getting a lot of change out of the 10-month mark, to be frank, with a reading of .146 with a collision. And I have seen people get worse. Mandatory minimum for mid-range is 3 months, but again, when you're almost high range and you've got a collision, 3 months is not on the cards. But anyway, the disqualification aside, as I said, I was instructed to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence. If granted, the magistrate's got the power to double the disqualification that he otherwise gets. So without a work licence, the maximum's 12 months, but with a work licence, the magistrate's got the power to double it to 2 years, and obviously double the mandatory minimum. With regard to the work licence, I had to draft lengthy affidavit materials. I did about a 8-page affidavit up for him to sign, talking about what he does, why he needs his licence to do it, the difficulties he'll suffer if he loses his licence, income, expenses, family situation, etc. What happened on the day in question. I did about a 4-page affidavit up for his boss to sign, saying what he does, why he needs his licence to do it, and then he will lose his job if he loses his licence. I drafted those in advance, provided copies to the court prior to today to give the prosecutor and the magistrate the opportunity to properly consider them before today. I met the client at court this morning. I suppose I also got him to do a reformatory course, which exposed him to the very real consequences of his actions, obviously fatalities and injuries on the road. And I got him to get some character references based on a template that we provide all our clients. As I said, I drafted all those prior to today, met the client at court, we grabbed a conference room, I ran through the procedures, what I was going to say, and everything else, just so that the client knew exactly what was about to happen before it happened. The affidavits largely convinced the magistrate, but I did have to speak on my feet quite a bit just to get it over the line. I mean, this was a pretty ordinary incident, and I don't mean run-of-the-mill, I mean as in it was not a good incident. But that said, against his lack of history, the words of his referees, and the fact that he'd done that course, I was able to persuade the magistrate that on balance he is a fit and proper person to be given a second chance. So the short version is he was disqualified. The work licence application was granted, and that overlaps the disqualification period. Given what he does for a living, I was able to persuade the magistrate to authorise him to drive 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So literally 7 days a week, all day, every day, he's still permitted to drive for work purposes only. Obviously, you can't do personal things like, socialising and shopping and going to the movies and whatnot. But as far as maintaining his income is concerned, no change. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, he's permitted to keep driving for work purposes only. No loss of job. Client's happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle, imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the wise man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise